Hey, this is Regina Y Favors with the new series, Shake the Dust Off Your Feet. Why it is important to realize when people are provoking a response and how to set boundaries. This series really is an important series because many of us have come across people who have been jealous or envious of us, and we didn't necessarily detect that particular jealousy or envy. We just assumed the person was having a mood, or the person didn't like a particular accomplishment that we got, but we were not in the mind frame of suggesting, hey, they must be jealous of us. Not everyone walks around thinking that he or she that a fellow friend is a friend who is an enemy at the same time. And so when you are confronted with people of all categories in all environments, including workforce environments, who are provoking a response, they want to see you angry. They want to see you upset. And what it is that they are addicted to a certain level of chaos that when they poke the bear, they want to see that person kind of emotionally blow up. And it's almost like a person who sets fire to something and then stands back and watches it go, watches the flames go all up in the air. And they have the opportunity and the resources to put the flame out, but they refuse. So this is the same way in certain types of toxic relationships where you find yourself oftentimes being provoked without realizing you are being provoked. Sometimes people don't always know your past. Sometimes people don't always know your triggers. They don't know what sort of emotional background, mental health background, psychological, spiritual, religious background you come from. And so sometimes they can say something that is triggering that only you truly know about. However, when you have someone who does know your history, or you have told that person your history, your struggles, anything that you have said in passing, and sometimes just because you needed a friend, when they turn around and try to use uh, your particular struggles and issues against you by provoking you to anger, that is a person that you're going to either have to learn how to set boundaries with, have a talk, have a discussion, or you're going to have to walk away from um, that particular friendship, relationship, even a family relationship. Because one of these days, what people often do is they end up escalating. They'll start in one way just to see what you do. If you don't do anything, then okay, they'll start another way. They'll come at you from a different angle. And then if it looks like you're bothered, say for instance, they say something, oh, yeah, yeah, that's a nice dress on you, but I mean, I don't know if you should wear that there, and then it kind of bothers you. But then you come to an understanding and say, well, maybe you're right. But then if they started attacking your weight, or they are attacking your hair, or attacking your job choices, your education choices, anything like that, and that really does bother you to the point that you go silent and don't respond, now they know that they can pull at that again. Because people who love to say, oh, I was just joking, they're never really joking. There's truth in how they are treating you through that joke. And so when you are confronted with these types of people, it's going to escalate. Eventually, it's going to escalate. It's going to be one thing to get you, and then you calm down, another thing to get you, then you have a discussion, then quite another thing until it snowballs into something and you find yourself blowing up. The next blow up could be that you end up having a heart attack. You end up being so mad and upset that you have a crash. You end up having to check yourself into a mental health facility because still people don't always know the extent of your triggers. And then the obvious blow up could be you end up going to jail, right? Because you have committed some kind of violence in response. So when you listen to this audio, shake the dust off your feet, why it is important to realize when people are provoking a response and how to set boundaries. Think about this scripture here. This is the scriptural basis. If any place will not welcome you or listen to you, shake the dust off your feet. Matthew 10:14. And this is found in the New Testament, where Jesus sends out the disciples to particular towns and cities and environments. And if they found that that particular place did not receive them, Jesus told them to shake the dust off their feet and leave. Don't linger, don't stay around, don't hope that the people will begin to receive you. No, shake the dust off your feet. So I want you to consider this scripture. If any place will not welcome you or listen to you, shake the dust off your feet. I want you to listen to this and consider the scripture and think about those particular people in your life, family, friendship, romantic relationships, where these people are provoking a response. Consider the types of provocations that I go through in this particular lesson too. So this is shake the dust off your feet. Why it is important to realize when people are provoking a response and how to set boundaries. All right, so thank you very much for listening to this series. Visit, subscribe, and follow so you can find my website, reginawhitefavors.com. I'm on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/ at Regina White Favors. And then my Amazon author page is amazon.com/author/ Regina White Favors. So do take some time to think about some of the ideas that I went through in this particular Shake the Dust Off Your Feet series. I don't know if I'm going to have a book component. I'm not quite sure just yet, but it is something that I am considering. So I do hope that you will listen to the full series. I'm going to have it in full as one video length, and then I'm going to have it separate as well. So thank you very much for listening. Please visit, subscribe, and follow. Have a great day.